What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Sideline Talk. Coach Herb here in the building. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
Boy, Alan C in the place to be.
Coach T in the building.
Hey, Coach T. Your name's Table from now on, nigga.
No, he ain't leaving coaching.
Hey, look.
That man is not leaving coaching.
Random King here.
Quiet as it's kept, he be back sooner than he think.
Right.
I don't know.
He'll be back soon as you think. Somebody gonna come knocking. That door gonna open up. Matter of fact, that door this gonna be a little crack. He gonna run straight through it.
Hey, if it's the right knock, you ain't
Right. I'm with you. Shucks, man. Y'all see the name of the show? It has literally been a frenzy in this NFL free agency. Absolute craziness going on all week long, from start to finish. We're going to get into just about all the moves that we possibly can. We also have our I Am series today where we'll be discussing some of the top edge rushers and pass rushers in the upcoming NFL 2022 draft. So stick around for that as well. And shout out to everybody that's on the chat in our Facebook group, hashtag Sideline Talk. Everybody that's listening via, what's that, Spotify and Clubhouse. We on Clubhouse right now?
Not yet. I broke it down.
Everybody that's waiting is cussing us out. Hey, why you ain't saw the Clubhouse yet? Shout out to y'all too.
Destroy and rebuild. I'm gonna redo it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Let's get into it. First up, Matt Ryan. Atlanta Falcons had until 4:00 today to trade Matt Ryan, or his money was going to be guaranteed for the season. And they ain't wait nowhere close to 4:00. They said, what is it, 12? Matt, you're gone. Matt Ryan is now the sixth consecutive quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, different starting quarterback for the last 6 years.
Yes. You got to think 2016 was Luck. 2017, Luck was out for the year, so it was Scott Tolzien. 2018, Luck came back. He retired a week before week before camp. Before regular season in 19. Mm-hmm. So they had Brissett. 2020, they had Philip Rivers. Last year was Wentz, and now this year, Matt Ryan.
Jeez.
For a team, when you look at it from top to bottom, is Super Bowl ready. Some would argue.
I just want to say one thing. Go ahead.
And they had 6 different quarterbacks. Wow, let's get into it, man. What y'all think of the move?
I hate to say it, but I said it, and I'm going to continue to say it. That AFC Championship finalist banner has to come down.
No, that's a real thing. They really did that? I thought it was a joke.
Yes. No.
It's there.
Niggas hung an AFC Championship finalist banner in their building and been trash ever since.
Oh, wait. Peyton Manning got a statue outside of that building, right?
Right.
As soon as that statue went up, they should have took that banner down. That's crazy.
AFC Championship finalist. And I was like, yo, that's a loser mentality right there. How you celebrating making it to the AFC Championship game? Just making it, not even winning it.
That's insane.
And they just had that loser mentality. Shout out to Coach Chuck. But they just had that loser mentality ever since. And they ain't been close. Like that, this is the pinnacle. Like y'all hung it like that was the pinnacle.
Wow. So does this move keep the Colts in the title hunt?
I don't think it moves their playoff needle, actually. But y'all might as well go ahead and take over. Y'all know how I feel about
Come on, yeah,
Nah,
but say
nah.
you
You gotta
can't
get it
just
over with.
like he better than Wentz.
where.
What?
Everywhere.
Where?
He's better than Wentz.
All right.
Come on, bad guy, bring it out, man. Or tell her how you feel about Matt Ryan.
Julio was better than Wentz. Matt Ryan with a Julio Jones is better than Wentz, yes. Matt Ryan without Julio Jones is Ryan Tannehill.
What the hell is Julio Jones without Matt Ryan?
Nigga was in the playoffs. Where was Matt?
That nigga was on IR like 80% of that fucking year.
Right.
Still made it to the playoffs. Still played the playoff game.
Matt Ryan still put up damn near 4,000 yards, 5,000 yards without Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones.
Yeah. When you throwing all day and you still got that beast Kyle Pitts. Yeah.
Kyle Pitts had one
You ain't
touchdown all
throwing
year.
it because
Ain't trying to hear about
that's
no
our
beat.
best. That's your best weapon. You throwing it because y'all down by 30.
Mm-hmm.
We just look. Let's just say this: the coach GM is looking like a genius right now. You end up getting Matt Ryan for one of the many picks that you got for Carson Wentz. To me, it's a no-brainer. That's a win. You won. You trade Carson Wentz for what? 2/3 and what else was it? It was 2/3 and something else, I believe.
A happy
Like
meal.
2 seconds in the third or something like that.
Something
Or 2 seconds
crazy.
and 2/3.
And then you go and you get Matt Ryan, former MVP Matt Ryan, for just a third-round pick. That's winning if I ain't never seen it before. If you ain't like Carson Wentz because he wasn't the first in the building, last in the building, all this kind of stuff, okay, cool. Now you go get somebody who's a franchise quarterback proven for multiple years and an MVP in this league, Matt Ryan. So I mean, I'm anxious to see what they going to do.
He better than fucking Carson Wentz, I'll tell you that. Miles over. Because at the end of the day, all
Way
you want to
better.
do is hand the ball over to Taylor. Keep the game. It depends on to answer Herb's question first and foremost. They're not a title team. They are, unless you say they're a division title team, they can fight for that. But are they a
Hell no.
bowl contender?
I'm sorry, my bad.
They still
I
have
took that personal.
they still have problems on the defense, even with Carson Wentz. I mean, they couldn't beat Jacksonville to steal a game. They couldn't shut them out. I mean, you give up a 20-point lead against the Ravens, which they shouldn't have came back at all. I mean, it's so many problems across the board, not just the quarterback position, but they couldn't win because of the quarterback. He couldn't seal games. He couldn't throw games. He was throwing games away. So with Matt Ryan at QB, they'll be a better position to get into the playoffs and see what can happen type of team. And to see what receiver they go after. Will they bring Hilton back? Are they going to go for some of the free agent receivers? Are they going to draft and see what Matt Ryan can do?
So for those who said they was down by 30, so they threw the ball damn near every time. Matt Ryan has significantly less attempts than Ben Roethlisberger and Dak Prescott and Josh Allen. He has one less attempt than Kirk Cousins. So I don't think that's too valid of a statement to make. But
Well, that's
without any weapons, almost 4,000 yards, 20 TDs, 12 interceptions. It's a valiant effort. I think it's a better move. It's not really a lateral move because it's a win because you got better at the position. it's just this. It's a revolving door. It seems like now, because with the rest of the AFC getting better, it's like, bruh, you gotta hope they gel and the chemistry is there and it clicks. How many wins they had this year? Colts had, was it 10? Was it 10 wins?
No, it wasn't 10. I think
It was 10 or 9. No, I think it was 9 because if they had 10, they would have won. They got in.
Yeah, we got in, yeah.
I'm looking it up now.
They're one game better. I'll say that. At the moment, they're one game better.
They were 9
No.
and 8 last year.
Yeah, I give them one game better so far. But they move on from Matt Ryan. In comes Mariota. Mariota is now back together with Arthur Smith, the former Tennessee Titans coordinator, who's now the head coach in Atlanta. So that connection is back, and Falcons have draft picks and Lord knows a million holes to fill. They in true rebuild mode. So what do you think is the Falcons draft outlook for this season?
I
Man,
still think they need defense.
Wait, boy, I'm gonna get to that question in a second. I got you.
I still think they need defense.
A lot of defense.
You said the Falcons, right?
Yeah, I counted 3 names
Yeah.
from that defense. The 3 defensive players. That's legit.
Yeah, they need defense. They need wide receiver with Ridley being down, Gage is gone, and of course it's that second year without Julio. So they got a huge hole at wide receiver. And Marcus Mariota is the best quarterback in your quarterback room with Marcus Mariota, Felipe Franks, and Josh Rosen is your 3 quarterbacks.
Jesus.
so to answer your question, their draft outlook is to pray and see what happens. But I really think in my opinion, they need to just start drafting linemen. Start drafting linemen, and then everything else is going to work itself out. I think the first 2 picks they got, it should be linemen.
So
Then-
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Then after that, you start addressing, different things on the defensive side of the line. Then after that, then you find your running back.
They
I
need
think-
it back.
They
I
definitely
say
need
got
back.
their back, don't they?
Who's
They need
their
it
back?
back.
They got Corduroy Patterson and they got
Listen.
the other dude.
Like Corduroy.
Damian Williams was 3rd string. He had 40 carries last year. Then you had Mike Davis.
Mike Davis. I couldn't think of his name. There you go, Mike Davis.
Nah,
That's the running
that
back.
ain't gonna work neither.
But no, you had Corduroy Patterson. That was their running back. last year.
They better off letting Cordero play wide out and just mix them in with it. But he is on the depth chart as a running back. But that's how bad it's been.
Well, I think they can find a back probably in the 3rd round that could be that bell cow going forward. But I don't think they. What are they picking? Are they picking what? What's that? 2, 3? What are they picking?
Let's see.
The Falcons.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
The Falcons are picking
No, they're
8. They
8.
have the 8th
Okay.
pick in the draft.
I don't think that they should look quarterback. Yeah.
Not an 8.
If I'm the
Yeah,
Falcons, I'd rather stick with Mariota this year and let the chips fall where they may, and then if we suck, then I'm looking at CJ Stroud next year.
Now CJ Stroud, you got the Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama this year
Bryce, yeah.
coming out. Yeah.
I don't think none of the quarterbacks for the eighth pick.
No,
No,
I agree.
definitely not.
So would you trade back, knowing you need so much stuff?
Oh yeah, eight is definitely available.
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, they
But
have
who's coming up?
6. They have 9 picks in this draft. They have 9 picks and they got like 16 holes to fill, and they have no money to do it in free agency.
To answer your question, Al, the only run I really see would be probably tackle. That's the only one I can see people moving up to get. We've seen that in the past. The year that Taylor Lewan came out. Remember Smoking Yo and them. That year we had a run on tackles and people trading up to get tackles. This year it could be the same thing. We'll discuss this later on, but with the tackles that's in the draft, you can see kind of run on that. Maybe somebody might be pressing to come up and solidify their offensive line.
Okay. Bray Boy asks, did the Broncos get Russell Wilson to be the 4th best team in the division? Boy, that's funny.
I see
That's
what
gonna
he
be a
doing.
conversation all year long until the season starts. I feel like.
Right. I don't think Denver's as bad as people making them out to be, but the AFC West definitely got solidified.
I think Al's absolutely right. Like, I think people are not giving Denver the credit that they deserve. Like, Denver was in a lot of games. They just didn't have good quarterback play, and most of the time didn't have great offensive line play. Now you got your back of the future. You got one of the best wide receiving cores. You got 2 young corners. You got your young safety.
Yeah, one of the best. Top 5 free safety in the game.
You got a franchise quarterback. Not to mention, you still got some late picks to try to add on certain players. I wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad at this at all at what Denver's doing. So saying that they 4, well, that's yet to be proven.
I don't believe they 4. I believe they 3. Because I believe in Denver's secondary more than what the Raiders have done. I get what you did pass rushing, but who the fuck is back there in secondary other than a hard hitting safety? That don't mean he can cover no fucking body.
Yeah, Who talking about? Averett over there, but
talking about the Raiders. I'm talking about the Raiders.
Oh yeah, they got because the young boy ain't really show out like that from TCU.
Yeah,
Trevor
right.
Maury,
yeah.
And like
they just added Gilmore
to me. Yeah, and both offensive lines to me.
They just added Gilmore
out and worked on. So
yeah,
Gilmore.
It ain't that far. Like you 3rd and 4th ain't far. But I mean, once somebody fixes it, either.
I think 2, 3, 4 ain't far. Like 2, 3, 4 is going to be separated by like a tiebreaker. Really.
I think that's the issue right there. I think we giving Kansas City a little too much credit.
Agreed.
Because I'm not seeing them running away with this division. Like it was already close because it's division rivals. But you look at these rosters, look what Kansas City has lost and what the other teams has added, man. Kansas City might wind up being 4th.
The reason why I still have Kansas City in the 1st is because of consistency with coaching. I
respect that.
I mean, we didn't watch LA blow a fucking chance to hopefully get into the playoffs with his 2 play calling and coaching. So I mean, it's
multiple things.
See, coaching wise through that, except for the Kansas City, they had to prove that to win a division and prove that they can be the best team in the AFC.
Yeah, that definitely understand that point. I just wouldn't be surprised if when it's all said and done, Kansas City at 4 and Chargers at 1 or Denver at 1. The Raiders, I think the Raiders, even with the moves they made, they still need more offensive line help for me to, to really consider them a true shot at the winning the West.
Shout out to John Simpson. I think his name is John Simpson.
Yeah,
Clemson. The wrong name.
Yeah. Cause I think they got replaced. What's the name? Trent Brown. Cause he went back to New England. Well, he went back to New England last year. But that O line was a little iffy. But we'll see how that worked out. And then the Raiders D line, they got a nice little rotation with Chandler and Max on the edges. That's pretty nice. That's nice. Gilmore, press corner. Averett, I think it's best as a press corner because his off coverage is, well, zone coverage is kind of shaky at times, but press man, off man, he's solid. David really solid. All right. 6 picks. 6 picks for Deshaun Watson. 6 of them. First round pick this year. 4th round pick this year. First round pick next year. 3rd round pick next year. First round pick the following year. 4th round pick the following year. For Deshaun Watson. Wow.
Wow is how much money he got guaranteed. That's the
Listen.
That's a wow.
Listen, round of applause for Deshaun, for David Mugetta, his agent. Shout out to David and Athletes First. Wow. $230 million fully guaranteed. 6 picks. 6. 3 first, man. 6 of them.
I think they screwed it up. They Cleveland Browns this time. And what I mean by that is you threw yourself out there at Deshaun. And when reports said that he said no, you try to go back to Baker. And then reports out there, Baker was in his feelings, and I understand why. But you kind of didn't have a quarterback. So at that point, you forced Deshaun Watson in. And you had to go extra desperate to go at Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that before, and I think the thing that was real telling to me about Cleveland's situation is it's just more of the same stuff. Like, this is stuff you used to seeing from them. This is their MO. And everybody laughed at Duke Johnson when he was talking about them years ago. And then it comes out, he told you all this was coming. Like, he just said it's a bad ran organization. And people in Cleveland tried to kill him for it. But in my opinion, I'm not mad at the move. You got to make some type of move. Obviously, Baker wasn't going to cut it and isn't cutting it. So if
Never
you think,
gonna cut it.
Yeah, what's that?
Was never going to cut it.
Right. So if you think Deshaun was the guy, then go get him, and that's what they did by any means necessary. I think what Herb was saying, the 6 picks, they had to overpay. Like, I mean, well, obviously that deal was agreed upon beforehand anyway. It was only up to him to make a decision on if he wanted it or not. So the guaranteed money is what Cleveland had to do, and which is unheard of when you think about it. That's a lot of guaranteed money. So he will get that. Go ahead.
I mean, anybody want to move to Cleveland? Like, I ain't trying to go to damn Cleveland. $230 million guaranteed. You know what? I don't mind Cleveland.
Cleveland ain't that bad.
What's the difference between Cleveland and Miami?
Sheesh.
And what he said in Trainwreck, ain't no difference between Cleveland and Miami.
Like, I feel bad because Andrew Berry got the job last year, the black GM. And I have hopes for black GMs and coaches to do well. But then you pull stuff like this, it's like, this is a typical Cleveland move.
When you rotten to the core,
Give up 6 picks. I ain't even tripping off the money because I figure that type of money is gonna happen regardless. If not this year, but somewhere down the line, we're gonna look at that type of contract as the norm because that's just the way the league is trending. But 6 picks and the fact that you gave all that real estate up, guaranteed the money, knowing there's a strong possibility he don't play a single game this year. So you betting the house on a quarterback that at worst wouldn't be able to play in an NFL game for 2 seasons.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
But I mean, here's the well,
that's unheard
money
of.
wise,
Like what?
he's only supposed to be getting what, $1 million this year, so it's not
Right.
to take away from a lot of it. If him paying the league, if suspended for a game is only 1/17 of $1 million. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but that ain't money. You know
Right.
what I mean?
But just imagine the money you paying when he steps on the field and the product isn't as good as it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Then what?
But I mean, then you up the creek with a paddle, without a paddle, as they say.
Oh, that's insane, man. I couldn't believe
I
it.
mean, 3 first-round picks, though, honestly and true. If we looking at Cleveland's track record, Baker Mayfield and Jabril Peppers were 2 of their first-round picks over the last 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Denzel Ward is a good player when he's healthy, but Denzel Ward will be another one that's a first-round pick that hasn't really on the field. He's productive, but his availability that's the problem on the field.
And the first round pick, before that, Greedy Williams.
Right. Who's also really not been on the field.
Right. No, but and what we're saying is we're talking about guys that were top 5 to top 10 picks.
Right.
So, wow,
I mean, if you ask me to trade that for DESHAUN, me personally, I think they win. But again, DESHAUN has had ACLs there, kicked in the eye, everything else as well.
Damn, man, you just made a crazy point about
2 years.
Cleveland's failed picks. Like, I don't care. I don't care what you say. If you are not available for your team, then to me, it's a bust. It's a bad pick. And they're not available. So it's not good picks. I understand why you get rid of a Dorsey when his picks don't pan out. Like, you got to consider that not panning out.
Right. Bray Boy said he believed in his heart that them charges is BS. I mean, charges could be BS, but
it could be.
If Zeke got 8 games for an accusation, 22 games? I mean, 22 charges? Bruh.
I mean, let's just be real.
22 charges in a Me Too league, in a Me Too environment.
He probably showed a penis and teeth. Let's just be real. Like, let's just keep it a buck. He probably showed it to, he probably got a couple happy endings, something like that. But I mean, I don't know if it wasn't consensual. You just can't really say that. You can't say it wasn't consensual.
22 charges is a lot. That's a lot.
22 charges is a lot. That's a whole lot.
That's over excessive.
That's a whole lot.
I think over excessive is an understatement.
I
think a lot would be.
Yeah.
But
yeah, a lot would be like 4 or 5. 22.
Right. but some of the reports say these women were there multiple times, came to his house multiple times. You don't come somewhere you don't feel comfortable multiple times. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, with that type of money, if you say I'm paying you X amount of thousands of dollars,
Okay, so why
Hey,
Or I'm
you
gonna
gotta
tell
step
people
aside now then?
about
Tay1, you can't say that
Why not?
because we're in an
this
era.
is victim. I'm
We're
about
in
to say
an
this is the kind of
era
victim blaming
of
what you're doing.
life where society put an 80-plus-year-old man in jail for years for pretty much the same situation. Lady came multiple times. That ain't
No,
stopping from going to jail.
now wait a minute. Now,
I mean, he different. What he did was a
Doc,
little more.
wait a minute.
I
Dr.
mean,
Cosby, Dr. Cosby was raping this. We ain't gonna sit here and act like Doc wasn't raping. Doc wasn't out
Right.
here getting.
I get it.
Doc
Bill
was slipping
Cosby
a
was a
finger
little
too.
different.
Yeah,
I get it. I get
Doc
it.
was,
But if
I'm
they
just
can
saying.
convict him.
I'm just saying. If you give me a massage in my house and I made you feel uncomfortable, but you left, you got away. So why would you come back to feel uncomfortable
Not
again?
that you got away. All right, can we
You
change
got
the topic?
away.
I'm just here money
I'm
for.
just
I have
saying.
money
Like,
for
is that
lusting.
not getting away? Is that not
God,
getting away?
heard somebody. Switch the topic.
Just keep it in the
All right, so
plug.
look,
You know
right?
it's bad when I'm calling John to say the damn topic.
All right, so all right, Roland said the Ravens are scary. I don't know how he got to the Ravens, but okay. He said the Ravens had the
The
best
Ravens
record
are
in
scary,
football
as in
before.
we're afraid.
No, he said bump that the Ravens are scary. The Ravens had the best record in football before Lamar's season ended. Best record in football with all of the injuries to the starters and poor play of the replacements. Now we have
We gotta
hella
stop
draft
this.
picks and made
I
good
agree.
off-season decisions.
We gotta stop this.
This is ridiculous. Come
This
on,
ain't
bro.
even a stop, but a stop it. But goddamn it, I'm stopping this all the way. We
Go
gotta
ahead,
stop
Al.
this.
Tell him, Al. Tell him,
We
Al.
keep making excuses for Eric, John, and Greg. Like, stop. Stop.
I
Every
know
single thing that happens, even at 6-2, we were not a good team. At
I don't
six
think
and two, we were not a good team. Like that's our playbook is Lamar go handle it. That's not a fucking playbook. I'm sorry. If Lamar is not Superman out there, we are 2-6. And it showed when he went out and we didn't win another game. So stop trying to save this organization and saying we're scary. No one is afraid of a receiver core that the GM and the head coach don't even agree with because they put a another fullback on a roster instead of putting out Crochet for the last 2 games. You put Ben Mason up, or you put another tight end up. So stop saying we're scary. It's scary how scary these damn fans are of calling out your front office for messing up. Like they really thought they deserved a pat on the back for getting Zadarius Smith and Marcus Williams, and niggas thought they were done. Like, no, you don't get a pat on the back for that.
they thought it was
What
done.
what what did Mamba say to Kanye West on a commercial? More. We want more. What is sign more? Do more. We were dead last. We won one game in our division last year. And we talking about the Ravens are scary? Yeah, we are, but on the other way.
Ooh, that boy preaching today, boy. That boy preaching. I ain't got nothing else to say. He preaching.
So let's see. Let's get into it. Shop it or stop it. The Packers championship window has closed.
I'ma shop that. What moves did the Packers make in free agency this year?
Let's see.
They brought back that corner Rasul
Re-up
Douglas.
Aaron Rodgers. Let Devontae Adams walk. Cut Zadarius Smith. Re-up Preston Smith. Let a right tackle leave as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Right.
Some of them.
The question is why? Why? Because they cap. Their cap situation is bad, right? And it will continue to be bad. You can't give a quarterback what you just gave a quarterback and expect them to be successful. we just seen it the last couple of years. Aaron Rodgers can't do it all. And then when you decide to stop Aaron Rodgers, which people have in the playoffs for the last, I don't know how many years, they have no answer for it. So I'm a shop it, and I'm saying this year upcoming might be the last year Aaron Rodgers is in a playoff in his career in Green Bay. This upcoming year.
I missed that.
Listen, before I even say anything about the championship window, we got to stop with the excuse. I know the national media love to say Aaron Rodgers has no help. Let's just call a spade a spade. When playoffs come around, their team fold. That's all it is. They fold. As great as that quarterback is, if you can run and catch the ball at an NFL level, he will find a way to get you the ball. Aaron Jones is one of the best dual threat backs in the league. He's been at the last, 4 years?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You bring in a big back and the kid from Boston College, I can think of his name right now.
AJ Dillon.
AJ, he's been productive. Robert Tonyan, nobody never heard of no damn Robert Tonyan, but Aaron Rodgers made him relevant. Defensively, Jair Alexander, one of the best corners in the league. Za'Darius had 26 sacks. Preston Smith done got a third deal worth multiple millions of dollars. Let's stop it. Let's just call it what it is. The coaches, the team, earn, especially the damn Buccaneers game of the year, fold in the playoffs for some reason. So is the championship window closed? It's been that way the last 11 years. And it got worse. So until they get better in the playoffs, I'm going to say, yeah, it's sealed.
We just got finished killing the Browns and their front office. I think the Packers need that same type of smoke. I mean, you traded up to get Jordan Love, only for 2 years later to give Aaron Rodgers $50 million. That should get niggas fired right then and there. With wide receivers, only wide receiver I think in that draft that was taken off the board already was Rager and probably Mims, if I'm not mistaken. Got to go back and look at it.
No, Rager and Jefferson. Jefferson was gone at that point.
Rager and Jefferson, there you go. But you still had receivers out there to get him some help. You let Aaron kidnap your franchise and in turn punk your franchise for the last 4 years because he was talking about retiring. He kept pump fake. I ain't gonna be one of these quarterbacks that plays in my late 30s. You let this man punk your franchise for the last 2 years, 3 years, and he's gonna do it for the next 6. So you gonna let Aaron punk your franchise for 10 years? Really? Okay. Yeah, championship window is closed. And like you said, against the Buccaneers, I'm sorry, one last thing. Like you said, against the Buccaneers, Aaron Rodgers went to DeVanте Adams 3 straight times in the red zone. Run the ball. Not just him, run it in.
He had a whole lane to himself.
He had a whole lane to himself. He saw Ndamukong Suh and got scared. All right, sir.
Unpopular opinion. Everything y'all just said about the Packers franchise, which I totally agree with, y'all preaching today, can be said about the Baltimore Ravens as well, with the exception of paying the quarterback. Same MO. Great regular season, can't come through in the clutch when it comes down to it. And that's the bottom line. So if you're wondering if that championship window is closing, yes, it's closing in Green Bay. And that's just all it is to it.
Championship window. I'm not as a shop it guy or completely stop it. I'm in the middle. I don't believe that they won't be seeing the playoffs for years to come because I don't believe in with the Bears, Minnesota, or the Lions is going to turn around to stop them from taking the division. Just like how Herb said. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is still in the league. He gonna help. He gonna make players better than what they really are. They're gonna get a free agency. Maybe they get Landry, and that team is gonna keep rolling. You can say 5 to 6 wins out of that division. All right, that makes me win a division, and somebody can fold in the playoffs, just like the Green Bay Packers been doing. Tampa Bay offensive line might not be as strong as it is after you lose a couple people in the interior. The Rams might not feel the same without another pass rusher than Von Miller. Like it's just we done seen it before. First round buys and second round divisional. You just never know. So I'm not sold on saying that window is closed completely. But I'm saying like I could feel a draft, but that should look like it's closed to me. I'm just saying it's like up in the air middle. Then I'm not just so sold that it's saying that window is completely closed. We in the passing league. Aaron Rodgers can just throw the ball in the air, and it's going to be a pass interference, field goal range, and they can keep winning the games that way. So I just don't believe it's completely closed. I don't put them as top contending favorite Super Bowl contenders.
You know what? I'm gonna change my stance a little bit because I'm thinking about just the play. I have an issue with, or should I say, the biggest reason I think the narrative is there isn't enough playmakers in Green Bay is because how often Aaron Rodgers force feeds one player. A couple months back, I pointed to the Ravens, matter of fact, on how the difference between Lamar Jackson early in the season versus when he came back against the Browns and before he got hurt. Well, not even that, but just like the progression throughout the season. How he spread the ball around and the offense was a little more potent, right? Then you start going to force feeding one target and the offense started to look stagnant. In 2020, 149 targets for Devontae Adams. The next receiver, 63 targets. You made it to the NFC playoffs. Was it divisional round? Was that the title game?
Divisional, I think.
Divisional round.
That was one and done.
And you still was force feeding the man instead of looking for someone else to go with the ball.
Lazard was
maybe if you spread the ball around, maybe this might be a blessing in disguise. Where he has to trust the group by committee. Because when you look at the numbers, like, yo, they're productive. Valdez-Scantling averaged 20 yards a catch. 63 targets, 33 receptions for 690 yards. 20 yards a catch. That's productive. And he on the street right now. Like maybe if teams starting to spread the ball out a little more, you see more balance. You be more of a threat. But I don't know what it is about football. They get locked on to one guy and feel like, you know what? Nah, he's the money man. Let's keep feeding him. Hell no. Feed him when he open. Let's get everybody else some more touches. So that'll force the coverage to shift. Instead of double teaming and triple teaming, I got to play it straight up and down. And then you could decide on matchups. But I guess that's a football thing. A lot of folks in the NFL just don't want to do.
Man, it was one year where they didn't drafted like 7 receivers that we didn't scouted, and you would think something would come out of it other than Lazard and somebody else. Like they
and Valdez-Scantling
at that receiver position where they could have had 3 receivers and not have Randall Cobb come back. It was just like you said, somebody stubborn, play calling is lack of vision is just overall repetitive. They're gonna know what you do. The same thing with shit with DK Metcalf was saying. They're gonna already know by the time we got to the playoffs, run, pass. Run, pass. Of course, we're gonna stop that shit after a while.
Ain't no way. I mean, now that Randall Cobb is done, maybe Amari Rodgers can get more touches. Because Amari Rodgers fits that Randall Cobb, Jarvis Landry type of role. That type of receiver that Aaron loves. Built like a running back, great routes, solid hands, tough, gritty, smart. Could be a breakout season for Amari. That's a little what you call it, fancy football tip to remember. It's March. I'm saying I ain't give you nothing. All right. Jimmy Garoppolo's best destination. Staying in San Fran?
At this point, yeah. With Jameis going back to New Orleans earlier, that kind of took away everything.
Seattle's still open.
They won't trade him.
Seattle was open. Carolina is open, kinda.
Yeah. They're the only two so far.
So I may just stick with San Francisco and just try to compete with Trey one more year.
So
well, it depends. That depends on who you asking. If you asking the San Francisco organization or you asking Jimmy Garoppolo, because obviously for Jimmy Garoppolo, it's probably San Francisco. But the question is, do San Francisco still want Jimmy? Like having all this talk. What you say?
Not after that conversation they was having at the end of the season, they already on the wall was for both individuals, like the team and him. He was saying, "I just want to go to a team that wants to win." So he already knew to write on the wall at the end of the season. So that's what they prepared for. But they probably didn't see all these trade moves happening like they did. So the window was getting closer to trade value for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hold up, Jimmy said that.
Yeah. At the end of the year, they was reports, a lot of us saying that he knew the writing was on the wall, that he just want to go to a team that's going to win.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he gonna hang that up. Damn.
So you said the teams were Seattle and what else?
Carolina. Everybody else is pretty much set this year.
All right.
I say Carolina fits, because you still don't know what Seattle fits for him, because it's going to be run, pass. Pete Carroll ain't really going to go off of it. You ain't got to ask him to throw 20 times in a game or 25 plus times. And in Carolina, you still don't know what they're doing coaching wise. What's their philosophy? Is McCaffrey going to be healthy? What the receivers are you going to be looking for? The defense, but are you going to make a play at some of these receivers, trade for a receiver, get a receiver in the
No, they got receivers. They just young.
They got receivers.
DJ Moore,
Robbie Anderson haven't been consistent. So
Robbie, but you got Terrace Marshall. You got they invested in two young receivers last year in Terrace and Shy Smith.
Yeah.
So they got guys. It's just a matter of developing them.
Yeah, I think the QB play wasn't consistent, not necessarily the receiver.
Yeah, that too. Went from Yo to PJ Walker and Cam at one point, and you bench Cam and put PJ back in, and then Sam came back. So it's all over the place.
Yeah, and the offensive line. Even we've been saying this since Cam's MVP season and probably the season after. Our offensive line was some cut. Always. They thought they saw something up with Michael offside.
All right, Al. Let me see. Your question: which team has stayed? Which team will suffer? You had to explain this one. The Patriots or Cowboys question.
Oh, what team that has stayed pat hasn't really made a move yet will suffer the most as far as making it to the playoffs. I don't know how to reword that anymore.
I think just because of the strength of the AFC, it got to be the Patriots. I feel like Dallas still got enough to make the playoffs to get one of 8 slots. Well, what is it? 8? Is it 8 slots, right? Yeah.
7.
7 slots.
7.
7 slots, yeah. I'm thinking about the NBA. My
Well,
bad.
they still got their division. So yeah.
That would be the de facto for me. I think it's less Dallas because of who they got to go against. I mean, they got to go against Carson Wentz. They got to go against
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, and they got to go against
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. So it's got to be not Dallas. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think that Miami has done things to make themselves stand out or much better. I don't think that you still got Buffalo, so it's definitely got to be the Patriots. I mean, you would think that they would try to build and be better. They've been quiet for the most part in free agency. No splashes like last year.
Mm-hmm.
But they went back to the Patriot way this year. Mm-hmm. We got some guys. Let's just be patient and have a hell of a draft, knowing them.
They probably will.
All right.
I'm gonna say it was the Cowboys. Because year after year, it's Super Bowl and bust, especially with the roster that you set up. And I don't believe they still have a good enough team to compete for a Super Bowl championship going against the NFC teams. So if you're losing people, your left tackle's getting older. Dak Prescott hasn't been consistent, like you said, is in a playoff type of a choking. So I mean, I believe it's the Cowboys. I don't expect too much shit from the Patriots. Either they're going to win or they're going to lose. They're going to find a way to try to get better free agency or the draft. So I feel like they stay consistent. I think it's the Cowboys that is going to be really hurtful if they can't find a way to get to the NFC Championship or Super Bowl and win.
That's interesting because you said the Cowboys mentality is championship or bust, right?
They're fans.
That's what they come out of that
organization.
Yeah, organization and media.
And the fans. It's interesting because the opposite team that we're talking about has been championship or bust for over 20 years. However, they were smart enough to realize we don't have that guy, so let's go back and build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So even a great franchise who's used to titles can learn to adjust and build through young talent to get back to championship or bust status.
Yeah.
Sounds like a smart organization.
That still can draft very well.
Very smart organization.
Yeah, I gotta figure out this wide receivers position.
Damn,
as good
Al.
of a defensive mind that Bill Belichick is, he still couldn't stop Josh Allen at all in the playoffs. So,
all right, let me see.
I believe that's a team that can try to go for Landry with help.
That help Mac out.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got here? Last one before we get to the IM series. 3 best divisions in the NFL. AFC West, AFC North, NFC West. Who are the 3 worst?
AFC West, AFC North, NFC West. Are they the 3 best divisions? Exactly. I should start there.
If I'm questioning anything, I'm questioning the North.
Okay.
NFC West is a legit division. AFC West is definitely a legit division. And when I think of the North, it's like Cincinnati is coming off a good year, and we did have all 4 teams almost make the playoffs. But it's just I don't want to base it on trending. So I'll agree that AFC North is the third best division.
I would have to disagree with Tay and say it has to be the NFC West
Thank you, John.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
because you don't have no sure quarterback situation in San Fran right now. You damn sure don't have it in Seattle. I mean, Arizona, they got a whole bunch of crybaby going on there.
Definitely some crying going on.
And so the only stable organization right now, even though they don't have all the players, is the Rams. So you can't just say top to bottom that you truly believe in that whole division.
Mm-hmm.
AFC North, you know what Mike Tomlin going to do, whether if it's Haskins, Trubisky, or whatever. Cincinnati still on the high from even though they lost in Super Bowl, but they runner up. So give them credit, due is due. The Browns, Deshaun Watson, in there. Lamar Jackson coming back healthy is a different team. No matter what John Harbaugh and Greg Roman lack to do game plan wise. So I don't believe the AFC North is the bottom.
I think if the AFC North, I think the AFC North bottom is still better than maybe 6 other divisions bottom, no matter what. I just, even if you're gonna put, I say the Steelers or or the Ravens or whoever else there at the bottom, I say the Browns. I still would take my chances with that defense and Nick Chubb until Deshaun Watson get back. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and then play defense. Especially if they can get Clowney back. So
All right, so let's. Oh, my fuck, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Go ahead. I thought you was done. Go ahead. You go and finish up. Finish your thought before you lose it.
So even I think I think the AFC North bottom is still better than a lot of divisions. Let's just say mid teams, whatever team that may be. NFC West, I don't know where Seattle is going to fall without Bobby and Russell Wilson. Hasn't happened since 2012 or 11 or whatever draft that was. So we got this is a brand new team. Don't even have a quarterback right now. So I'm putting them at the bottom, but I still think they're better than AFC East or AFC South bottom. So I would think that's the 3 top divisions.
Yeah, I never really understood the love for the NFC West as being a tough division. Because for the most part, it's only been 2 teams. And it was interchangeable. It was either Seattle and San Fran, or it was Seattle and the Rams. That simple. Cardinals went to the Super Bowl, was it 2010?
10? No. 8?
2015 was the last time they was in, a major game, NFC Championship. 2015. Ever since then, they've been back to the basement. Last 2 years, solid, but they have Kyler. But with them stepping up, Seattle has been trash the last 2 years. So I never really considered that like really within it. So to be honest, I would even look just historically within the last 5 years. I would say the NFC South may have been a little more tougher than the NFC West.
No.
But it's been the same. It's been the same thing though. It's the same thing. 2 teams. So I don't
Who
know
would be the NFC South worst team?
Who's been the worst team?
Yeah, for NFC South.
I would say the last 2 years probably Carolina.
Okay, Carolina versus the Cardinals.
I don't think it works that way, but if
I think you only get strong as your weakest link. That's why I did that.
yeah, but even then, styles makes fights. Games, you talking about a team with Carolina at their best. The last 2
Everybody
years,
healthy. The very
Arizona is
first game
better
of the
than.
year.
Well, no, Arizona wouldn't be the bottom in the last 2 years. The bottom would be Seattle. So it'd be Seattle versus
Okay.
Carolina. And I
At
would
their
pick
best,
Carolina.
everybody's healthy. Very first game of the year.
I would pick
You gonna
Carolina.
pick Carolina?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody's healthy early on. That defense, they just got to stop the run and contain Russ in the box. Because they ain't stopping nobody. They ain't stopping McCaffrey. Sam Darnold was good for at least 2 games the first 2 games of the season, and then fall off the water. But the back end of your question is like the 3 worst divisions. I don't know, man. To be honest,
I'm definitely taking AFC East, AFC South, NFC East.
I don't know. That's to me. Yeah, that's I can't even disrespect it like that.
You think so? If you think that's disrespect.
Yeah, I think it's because it's still the 3 divisions you mentioned is very similar to NFC West for the most part. The what was that? The NFC West and every other division you mentioned, a 2-team race. Buffalo in New England. The last 4 or 5 years has been Buffalo and New England. In the AFC South has been the Titans and the Colts. What's the other one you mentioned? The NFC East, Dallas or whoever else is healthy. That's what it's been. It's 2 teams.
It's one team. I'm
How is
not
it
putting
one?
the Patriots in there, though. I'm sorry. I'm not putting the Patriots in.
How can't you put the Patriots in the last 5 years? They've been in it.
I thought
Right
you said
now, I'm
2
not putting
years
the Patriots in at all.
Even the
Right.
last 2 years they've been in it.
Where?
They made the playoffs last year. Yeah,
They made the playoffs last year. I think they made the number 7 spot or number 6 spot, something like that.
It might have been 4. Didn't they win the division? No, Buffalo.
No, Buffalo won the
That's
division.
Buffalo won the
right.
division.
They ain't got no receivers. They ain't stopping nobody. The coach ran all over them. Them niggas getting bullied now. Like, I'm not putting the Patriots in it. I understand that Belichick has earned the respect. I'm not putting them in it. I can't.
So Patriots have no shot to win the AFC East in your mind.
No,
All
absolutely none.
All right.
I think Miami got better shot than the AFC East, and I don't think they got a shot to go.
All right, cool. So what's a my I ain't gonna ask you for record. I'm gonna bring this back up a couple months later, and then we'll look at the Ross and everything, and then you give me a record. And if I'm wrong, I'll give you 2 fries, 2 orders of Wendy's. You know what I mean?
You trying to run my sugar up?
Oh, right. My bad. See, I can't. It just gotta be money then.
Money sugar.
It just gotta be money then. That's funny. All right, man. Let's get to it. I am series. NFC was putting 8 and 8 teams in the playoffs. Yeah,
NFC
but
East put 8.
Dallas,
Yeah.
Eagles got a title from the last few years.
The Rams got one more
Washington, the
than
quarterback away.
Eagles.
Washington, the quarterback away from winning the division. That's crazy.
Sad but true.
All right. So let's do this. I am series. Left tackles. Not left tackles. Jesus, I said left tackles. Tackles. Now, are we, gentlemen, different guys who's going to be representing different tackles in the draft. This is who we are endorsing as better than average players to look out for, players that will succeed at their position in the league. So,
Besides the
up is
top
who?
name, I'm sorry. Besides the top names, these are the guys that you should keep your eye on, do a little scouting homework for, etc.
Besides the top guys, we figured that picking anybody, I'm gonna be petty. We figured picking any of the top 5 tackles
Here we go.
is easy.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty easy. So, and that's only because we're good at what we do. We're pretty good at scouting, you know. So picking any of the top 3 tackles is easy.
Let me just say this.
So we ain't picking none of the top 3.
I'm also not going to pull an L and be up here talking about I really believe in Chad Muma, knowing damn well I don't believe in no Chad Muma either. So that's what I go have. You can have me on record talking about somebody I don't believe in.
Yo, I did the same thing. What was that linebacker? I think it was Malik Harrison actually. The same shit. I was like halfway through, and I was like, you know what, y'all, I ain't even with it no more. Y'all go ahead, y'all got it.
And you damn sure did pick Malik. All right, so I would say it's only right for the person who has the highest rated tackle to go first.
Oh my God.
That's the person who just said something.
See, I need to come and look. Let the record show for everybody out there that's listening. I picked Trevor Pennick. I gave up until not close to showtime, but I gave ample time for people to pick Trevor Pennick. That's who I'm picking. Because Trevor Pennick, in my opinion, had one of the best showcase week of practices at the Senior Bowl. He also has all the intangibles of what you want in a premier left tackle. If you don't believe me, let me tell you. He's 6'7", 321 pounds, super aggressive, super athletic. He has great latches with his blocks, good feet. Only thing he does get big across the space occasionally, but he's real good in pass setting. He's real good in run blocking. He's good in his own scheme. He showed his ability to be versatile on traps and pulls in the Senior Bowl if you watched him. So if you want to watch some tape on him, he's all on YouTube from Northern Iowa. Check him out. And I think he's probably going to be one of the premier tackles in the league within the next 2 to 3 years. Where do I see him getting drafted? I see him getting drafted definitely in the first round. And I see teams possibly moving up to get him either mid to late first round. And he is the best tackle out of everybody we talking about, or you gonna hear in the next three people that go. Let the record show that. And they know that. That's why the little bit of hate at the beginning for the pre-speech was that. That's what that was for.
To be honest, the reason why you got hate coming from my heart is because when you announce a motherfucker like that on the I Am series, you usually don't end up at the place where we want them at. So that's why you got a lot of hate in my heart right now.
Right.
It is what it is.
But we can't have it all, John. We want it all. I told you
Hold
we
on.
need to draft. We need to.
Hey, look. Herb got what he wanted the other day, hoping the motherfucker got dropped to second and third round. So he got what he wanted.
First of all, I didn't wish that on that man.
No,
I just took advantage. I just took advantage of a bad situation. Like, well, since he's hurt, you never know.
And Al
Hold
don't
on,
care.
y'all. I gotta hear something real quick.
Al don't care
quick.
until the person that he want coaching fired. So he don't care.
That's true. But still, hold on 1 second. Tavon, what you have for his height?
Great
Oh my
question.
God, bro. Here we go.
Great
Look.
question.
I said
He's not
6'7".
7'3", Tavon.
He's 6'7".
All right, cool. Cool.
See, exactly. See, now look. Y'all keep talking about I got these ESPN stats. Look, my stats are legit.
I just knew you were gonna come out with he's 7'3", 400 pounds. Like, God damn it. Who next?
The next higher rated person,
Is who?
Al.
Herb.
Heck no. Not
Who Al
mine.
got?
Al got
I
Rasheed
got
Walker.
Abraham Lucas.
Abraham, yeah, you higher than my guy.
No.
Hell no.
No. No way.
Abraham Lucas is higher than Trayvon or whatever that man name was.
I picked the ghetto dude.
I thought you picked.
Yeah, he picked it.
Who
Oh, you know what?
He
You know what?
changed.
Listen.
He
No,
changed.
you know what? No.
He changed. He changed last Monday.
Listen.
He had Mississippi State at first.
Listen. I ain't gonna play around. Jatari Carter. I pray you get drafted in the 7th round, 6th round, 5th round, somewhere around there, and have a long career playing tackle. But I will not be endorsing him. Charles Cross is who I will endorse. I gave Taywan all that hell about picking the top 3 tackle, only because mine is in the top 5.
Right.
Hey, look, man. Let's just say if Mississippi State would have had a little more interest in running the ball, my guy would have shown that he has run blocking prowess and would have been considered better than Trevor Penning and all of that. Simply because he's he's a dancing bear at tackle. Technician, great pass drop, athletic, strong, great technique. Charles Cross is what you want as a pass blocking tackle, left tackle for years to come in this league, and he's going to be drafted somewhere in the 1st round, along with Penning, along with Icky, along with Evan Neal, and some other tackles. Say it again.
What's his name? Ephraim Ekwonu out of NC State too.
Yeah, that's Icky. That's Icky.
And let the record show, he tried to really brainwash y'all and say that Trevor Penning was rated higher than Charles Cross. That is totally false. And a lot of prospect rankings, Charles Cross is rated the 6th best player available. Like, I ain't saying best tackle. I said 6th best player.
Listen. All that was is a part of my plan. Because I have to say no more. My opponent just said out his own mouth, my guy is not only the best, he's the 6th best player.
That's what I said. I said rated.
So all I'm saying is, hey, I think he's a better tackle overall than Penning. You don't see him get beat across his face as much as Trevor Penning. Also, Trevor has a habit of, how can I put it nicely?
And we back on Trevor. I mean, the haters is unmatched.
I mean, because sometimes your aggression works against you. Because you can't be aggressive and reaching outside your frame.
No, we got Al hating on his height. We got John said the hate coming from his heart. And then you got this dude over here hating on rankings. I mean, I just don't understand.
Listen, I'm just saying, Charles Cross is it's a coincidence I got on the burgundy and white. It's such a coincidence. But Charles Cross is a dog, man. If he had a little more run blocking tape, because they was in the air raid offense, if he had a little more run blocking, I think it would be a no-brainer. Evan Neal, Icky, and Charles Cross would be clearly the 3 highest rated tackles in the draft. I expect to hear those three names first anyway, and then we can go from Penning and whoever else behind that.
Mhm.
Is he a top-rated tackle?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
He has a high ceiling to be better.
Yes, absolutely.
Because a lot of the knocks
Damn.
him not on his stance is he got to place a lot of weight on the balls of his front feet before he kick out, and that's a delay when he needs to kick out and be pass rush. He does it a lot. Like you see him sometimes lean forward to help him push off instead of just flowing, kicking out. Another thing is he put his hands out immediately to get leverage and to keep the defender at bay. Now that's not a problem at times, but when he go gets a top DN or pass rusher, that's a problem because then you ain't gonna have no leverage to push and to knock somebody on their feet. But when he get his hands on you, you ain't going nowhere. But like I said, he need to work on his technique.
Oh yeah, him and the white boy in Northern Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of these motherfuckers I'm about to pick, and the two behind, the rest of y'all behind my guy. You need to work on your technique, and then some.
So I picked Abraham Lucas. Again, not as rated as high as the other two tackles, but pretty good. If you watch the tape with him going up against Kayvon, he had a couple of good blocks there. I'm about to Chad Muma this guy.
Yeah, he damn sure don't believe none of that shit he's speaking.
I'm really about to Chad Muma him, but he's good.
Look,
He's good.
Abraham Lucas he's an average good tackle. He's nothing great with his footwork, but he ain't bad. He's serviceable. If you want to go against film work, just look at the film work versus USC. Drake Johnson, he held his own. He make Drake look like he ain't supposed to be in the fucking league.
Drake don't supposed to be in the league.
Right. You see how high rated as he is as a pass rusher. The knock I have on him at times, I don't understand why the fuck is he shuffling in the run game. Like, why did you shuffling? Just run. Take a step forward and hit somebody. You look like a dead headlight sometimes in the run game. You don't know if it's zone.
Definitely.
Is he supposed to sit?
I was just about to say he looks a little hesitant at the second level, going downfield, trying to find work. He just kind of looks like he's not sure.
An offensive player, you know where you're supposed to be. There should be no hesitation. You should go on the angle and meet somebody instead of just shuffling and looking to find somebody. Like,
You know what? I was going to disrespect them like I did the guy who's rated below Charles Cross. But I'll just say Abraham Lucas is the type of tackle where he has to go and play with a quarterback that gets the ball out within 2 seconds.
Damn.
Because the way people bull rush in this league, it would be beneficial that the quarterback gets the ball out in 2 seconds. I'll say that.
I think John's assessment of him is right on. But overall, what I'll give him is he's a solid player. He doesn't stand out at any particular thing, which is just says about his upside. He does have upside though. He needs a lot of work.
Look, he ain't been playing the position long.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the guy. I really do like him. I got him listed as one of my O-linemen that I wouldn't mind having on the team. That don't mean I want to draft him early.
Right.
And he better be special teams. Help Justin Tucker kick some fucking field goal. That's about it.
So what it sounds like, he's going no sooner than the 5th round, 6th round.
It's just not tackles, bro. Yeah, it's just like In my opinion, it's not the
Where's he rated?
No.
That's a lie. Never mind. When I wrote
Alright.
down where he was rated, I don't think he's gonna go that early.
He's
Yeah.
considered a top 10 tackle, right? Top 7?
Mm-hmm.
No, is he?
I think it was top
I don't-
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's a
Yeah.
ninth rated tackle.
Yeah. I thought it was somewhere around there. I seen it. All right. So, John, you got the lowest rated tackle here.
Ain't no real rebuttals with y'all because I ain't had no real time to scout him other looking at like 30-second clips of video. You already know he's like a late third or fourth, fifth round pick, no matter how you want to look at it, how you rate him. What I like about my guy from Fordham University, Nick Zaki, whatever his name is, I'm calling him Zach right now. Mother call him Zach. I'm gonna call him Zach. He is what is his name? 6'6", 320. What I like about him is his footwork. He don't bull rush easily. He can't play interior, but he looked like a regular left tackle, right tackle. No matter what. I think he's versatile, a sleeper pick to where you can get him from. If you watch some of his film work, you see him, oh, shit. He got good footwork. He's good choppy feet. He punches. He does a lot of power technique. I think he can be a steal if you get him in a fifth, fourth round, late fourth round. He's going to be one of them players like, where the fuck he come from? So I think he's a good player to look out for.
In how many years?
How many years?
Yeah.
A good team, 2 or 3. A bad team, it might be 2.
The first tape I put on him was the Senior Bowl 101s with him inside playing guard.
That's why I said no. Not inside.
Him playing guard, first of all, no. That's just that was that. But what I saw initially was he reminded me of Rick Wagner. I remember when we drafted Rick Wagner, and I had to go back and look at film on Rick. I'm like, why we drafting Rick Wagner? But you draft a guy like that for potential. You don't really draft him for where he is right now. Same thing with Abraham Lucas. So, I mean, he could have upside. Like you said, I ain't really watched enough film on him to really say yay or nay, with the exception of that Senior Bowl film. Because if you look at that Senior Bowl film, it's a nay. It's an undrafted free agent look. If you look at that film,
Bro, that's wow.
I'm just talking about the practices for the Senior Bowl, not the actual film. I don't recall seeing him in the game.
Gotcha. Damn, Rick Wagner. Okay. So what's some other tackles that we didn't endorse, but you guys seeing being pretty good in this league?
Justin Schaefer, Georgia. We kind of talked about him a while ago. He's one of those guard tackle combo guys.
I like the other one. Jameer.
Yeah, you remember I was him for the IM series when I beat y'all a couple weeks.
No, you were Schaefer for the IM series.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You said
No,
the
I like the other one. The other one's better.
Oh, okay, all right. I like Lasita Smith out of Virginia Tech. If I can turn my page.
Lascitus. Come on, parents.
Yeah,
You said Lascitus?
Yeah.
You got a Lascitus. Damn.
Sean Wren out of UCLA. Obviously Daniel.
Okay, Lascitus.
Fahale Alele.
Yeah.
One of my favorite guys though was Nick Petit Frere out of Ohio State. Only reason I didn't pick him is because I didn't really want to bring him up. But Nick Petit Frere is a guy that I would really like to have on our team.
Yeah, I like him out of Ohio State. You can tell he's strong enough to deal with the top pass rushers, but the problem with the speed, the speed to strength pass rushers, like when they use the technique, go fast, use a bull rush or swim move, he has those problems. He don't get caught too much with a dead leg, but like you said, I like him too. And I don't like a lot of Ohio State tackles, so that's saying a lot.
All right. Before we move to edge rushers, Tony Luss had a couple questions. If a job is today in the 3rd or 4th round, do you draft him? Absolutely, yes.
With the quickness.
I mean, to be honest, I would be tempted even to take him in the 2nd round and just to stash him, to be honest. I wouldn't have no beef with that. Where is Baker Mayfield going? We talk about 2 destinations. I honestly forgot that Baker was still out there.
What does she have?
Carolina and Seattle. I know damn sure he ain't trying to be no yes man in Seattle. You can tell by his personality, he ain't trying to do that.
All right, we'll go with the other 1st round bust from that draft.
Damn.
Sam Darnold.
For the record, I told you I like neither one of them.
This. For the record, I don't think you. I think. Did you like any of the top 5 quarterbacks? I remember you liking
No.
none of them. That's
No.
what I thought.
No.
Not a single one of them. No.
It's tough to get that endorsement, man.
Yeah.
I like one of the 3 busts of that draft.
All right. His other question was. Oh, no, that was it. That was the 2 questions. He said he loved Quay Walker in the 3rd round. I do as well. All of us.
I think we all do.
Honest.
Yeah.
Quay Walker in the 3rd would be great.
You going there, son?
I don't know, bro.
What you say? I ain't hear the question.
I was saying, was he dropped that far?
I don't think so. I think it's more likely Christian Harris will drop that far before he did. And it's no not to Christian Harris. I just think of the combination of size and
second round.
Huh?
I would take Christian Harris in the 2nd round.
Yeah. I agree. I'm just saying, like, it's no knock to him. I just think his size, pause, and his ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's coveted in this league. All right, so edge rushers. Let's get to it. Let me ask you this: is your guy the best edge rusher in the draft?
Yes.
No.
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 All right, no.
No.
My guy is the best edge rusher in the draft.
Who's your guy? Is he the best?
I don't. I said he does. I said my guy isn't the best edge rusher.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pull an L. I couldn't pick because I ain't want to endorse nobody I ain't believe in. Only because him who shall not be named during this segment is that good. And I can't take my eyes away from him who shall not be named.
Well, may I make a suggestion, please? Let's just keep it a buck here.
You going number one?
We all want one dude here. Like, well,
yes.
We want there's a couple dudes that'll suffice, but we all want.
You want one.
Yeah. So we really can't really endorse the people we about to talk about, like on wholeheartedly.
You can endorse them. We just.
All right, so let's.
You can endorse them. You're just not saying that they're the best. That's all.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, my guy. I like the guy. You know, I think he got a lot of upside, but if I had my choice, I mean, you know, I'm just saying.
How about I do this? Y'all pick y'all guys, and I'll try with y'all permission and see if y'all agree to pick a destination that where he'll fit best. Not a team, but like a division.
That'll work.
Okay.
All right. Tony, You spelt it wrong, and I'm glad you did it on purpose. And that's him who shall not be named. That's who we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Shall not name him.
Shall
That was a
not.
lie. Don't try to fix it either.
No, don't fix it at all. Glad you did it like that, my man.
So who going first?
Who guy was played in the more important bowl game? Actually, no. Who played in the least important bowl game?
Not
The
my
Penn
guy.
State even make a bowl game? I don't even know.
Damn.
I don't know, but I like your guy. He
I'll
was
just go.
Yeah, I was say he played the least important bowl game of mine. So
All right, so my guy that I picked is Arnold Ebikadi, maybe. I'm gonna call him EB. EB.
I thought the Cosby Show over Katie.
Obi Gabby.
Arnold EB. Out of Penn State, out of Maryland, Silver Spring, to be exact.
Right. Yeah.
6'2", 250. Didn't run an official 40-yard dash, but this guy is quick off the edge. The drill that he ran, I call it the hula hoop drill. I don't know the necessary name of it.
hoop
Yeah.
drill.
It showed he had great,
It's called hoop drill.
All right, the hoop drill. Cool. So when he ran around the edge, showed he had great bend, and then you can see that in his film. Say great speed, good play recognition, great hands as well in the rush. Great hand placement. What he needs to get better at is strength off the edge. He kind of gets if he gets kicked inside, he's gonna have hard time trying to fight back.
Hmm.
I agree with Al's assessment of him. I do think that when he keeps his offhand free, there's not many better in the country than him, and that's a big statement. When his outside hand is free and he's out on the edge, you're not getting away from him. You're not going outside, that's for sure. His pass rush moves are good, and I think that he has tremendous upside and will be a great player, really good player, pass rusher in this league.
I think he, like y'all said, he got good upside, but he needs a lot of work. He's not an every down player. If you watch film work, you see him not on the field sometimes. He needs hands more. He's susceptible to a lot of cut down blocks, and he's flying in the air every time. If you look at the film work, and he needs more pass rush moves. All he got is the dead leg into the inside, and without it, that's pretty much it. You don't see too many spin moves. You don't see any rips or anything else. That's all he has. So, like you said, he got a lot of upside. He got that working with him, but I mean, he got a ceiling.
Right. I'm sorry, he does have good speed power there right that time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where you going, Hurt?
Oh, it's interesting because I don't see him moving around too often. You know, rushing from both sides. I would like to see that type of versatility, but it could just be a Penn State thing. At first thought, I was thinking somewhere like the AFC South. But I'm thinking NFC North. I think he'll thrive up there because they tend to like guys quick off the edge. Like you said, his speed to power is pretty good. His technique needs to get better, but that's with damn it everybody. But his play strength, though his physicality setting edge, like I see it especially in the Auburn game. When his hand is free, oh man, he could lock out any guy with one arm. He can post him. So I think in the NFC North, he'll be really beneficial. to handle, backs like Dalvin and Jones and who else up there? Montgomery. Yeah.
Montgomery. Oh yeah.
Montgomery. That's his name. David Montgomery, right?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Yeah.
I was thinking Ty. I was thinking Ty for some reason.
Yeah. But I think he'd
I can
probably
actually see him on the Brown. I'm
Say it
sorry.
again?
I can actually see him on the Bears because they just got rid of Khalil.
Yeah. And he seemed like he about the same size as Khalil, 6'2", 250. They were on the same body type.
And
He
my
been
pick,
well. He been pretty well.
my pick for him was where Khalil went. Khalil went to LA, right?
LA.
Yeah.
So you see him in the mode of Nwosu?
Exactly. Like coming there, but the great thing is, like John said, he need work, right? So you go there, you play behind Bosa and Mac for a couple years, and then they groom him to take over. So he don't have to go and play right away. I think that's to be the best thing for his career, is if he can go and just get groomed into what he's going to be.
Yeah, because he could be a solid guy in this league for sure. I think you mentioned earlier that teams will trade up for tackles in this draft. I think the edge rushers are going to run early. Even with Ojabo's injury, I don't see him dropping too far.
I hope you're wrong, but
I
hope you're wrong, but yeah.
I hope so too. I really do. Lord knows I do. And because of it, he can creep into like the early second round.
Not too early second.
Huh?
Not too early, like around 12, 13, somewhere like that.
All right, Tony says Jermaine Johnson falls to us in a lot of mock drafts.
He gonna keep falling too. If I got my way, he gonna keep falling.
Slipping.
Can you believe Jermaine Johnson was originally at Georgia? And he left Georgia because he wasn't getting time.
Yeah.
Homeboy who shall not be named.
Yeah, he's in that class. Like at one point, that's crazy. That's a mean room though. He got talent. Room. He got talent for sure,
and tremendous upside.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I just think I don't know. I like Jermaine Johnson, but I also don't like him, if that makes sense. Like I don't like him for 14, if that makes sense. If they decided if he was there in the second round and they decided to go get Jermaine Johnson, I'm like, okay, all right, cool. But not at 14. If he falling past 14, he gonna keep falling.
Hey John, it's March 21st. He said that.
Yeah.
April 21st, it's a different story. We better draft him there, Jermaine Johnson second watch.
Ever.
That's a fact. And I haven't scouted wide receivers. I haven't scouted interior defensive line yet. So that's a good point.
All right, who else we got? Who's next up?
I got Myjai Sanders out of Cincy. He didn't play much in 2021 because injury and stuff, but he's 6'5", 228 pounds. Great edge player. Was trending up in stats until he got hurt. Well, he came back late. Let me say that. But I think he has tremendous upside. Very good player and very good upside. Good, solid against the run. Good pass rush dip. Don't really have that much. Not that many moves, but the moves he has, he executes them well. And last thing on, he chases down plays. Like if he's backside and you running a zone away from him, he's going to catch you backside. Pause, I think. But yeah.
That's one of the positives that I did see in the film work was he will cut across your face, of any D tackle and make a play in the run game. He will hustle some things down, but he not built for the trenches. Cincinnati had him in a lot of fucked up situations. He only needed to be a pass rusher, and where they had him lined up, he just wasn't built for that. He got a lot of upside, but he need to gain some weight. If he want to be a pass rusher, he damn sure can't be 6'5", low 220s. Then you might well be an outside linebacker for that. Should be a different IM series.
Right.
I just think he can set the edge, and he gets washed in the trenches, but he don't have too many moves. But I think if he can work on it, he can be a freaking nation.
I agree.
I think he's too small to be pause. He's pause an event. He's too small to be the position where he is. But he's too slow to be the position what he's built for. If that makes any sense.
Mm.
He's built like a middle linebacker or a big safety or a corner. He just don't have that type of speed.
I think to what y'all was saying, he get into that NFL regimen, and like John was saying, maybe you can put another 20, 25 pounds on him and teach him how to really set the edge the way he needs to set the edge. Because essentially he could be a 3-4 outside linebacker edge player, but he needs a lot of technique work to set that edge. And he's going to need to in order to be considered a starter.
Yeah. Good, T.
I was saying, where he going?
Right now, it's going to be somewhere NFC South or NFC West. I mean, NFC West, like Arizona, who likes, those type of guys, those athletes. He's definitely. I don't think wherever you go at, I don't think he's seeing the field in year one at linebacker because he gotta put on weight. And then the thing is, he playing at 220, he below 230, and he runs 4.67. Below 230. So how does that weight translate? How does that speed translate with 20 extra pounds? Because ain't no way I think he could play in the AFC North for any team. Way too small. Or AFC East, NFC West, way too small. It has to be somewhere in a finesse division, like NFC South or I can say the South. I'm gonna say Atlanta or Arizona. That's about it. Tony X. Oh Jesus. Which edge rusher do you see falling? All right, we already mentioned Jermaine Johnson. I think Thibodeau is going to fall, but not too far because of the tape. When you listen to Thibodeau talk, you get excited. Lord knows, it's like it's either you get excited or you think, man, this nigga putting on the show for the camera. Because he says all the right things. He talks with passion. You see the flashes on the tape where it's like, yo, the way his speed and his bend is Vaughn-like. It's super quick. But you also see games where it's like, man, this nigga ain't really. You see moments with Abraham Lucas. He's putting him on the dirt. Like, wait a minute. I know damn well you ain't get beat by no 6th-round tackle. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think he's going to drop from, what is it, number one? It's either 1 or 2 so far. So I think he might drop to like 6, 7. They might hate me for saying this, but if he drop to like 10, I mean, I wouldn't mind. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. He also says if Jordan Davis falls to 14, he'll be the pick.
Without a doubt.
Oh,
Boy,
better
I
be.
swear. I swear.
If he not the pick,
Without a doubt.
I'm not speaking on it. I won't do it.
Didn't had a lot of years.
If he not the
Going ahead and
pick,
skirt off in
that's all I'ma
this
say.
SUV.
I won't do it.
I'm gonna knock over a couple porta potties if he ain't the pick. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, the Bajel Perrimans, the Corey Davis, the outside linebacker from Alabama that we ain't gonna talk about.
Oh my God. That might be the worst one, yo. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was the worst one.
But the only thing about that one is you was in a high volume area, so you couldn't wild out like you wanted to.
That was the worst one for sure.
I died inside.
I was defeated. Yeah, I was about to say I was defeated when that happened, bro.
Hey, you know what's funny about it? If I'm not mistaken, that was first because you wasn't even excited about the second pick.
I'm trying to think who the second pick was.
Or was it other way around? Because we got Bowser. We all wanted Bowser. Like, all right, yeah, we got Bowser. Like, man, he's got Tim Williams. Niggas ain't even celebrate Bowser. Like, and we wanted him. Like, yeah, no.
Right.
I think we all
That was
came,
the one
we came
person
into
I
that
said.
night. Huh?
Tim Williams was the one person I said on that whole drive I don't want on the Ravens.
I'm about to say, I think we came into that night saying, as long as we don't draft Tim Williams, we all right.
And that was
the one person.
Yo, that was the same night that we went home. Yo, you drove home so fast, yo.
Yo, niggas got home
drive.
like 20 minutes.
Like,
bro.
I ain't never go from Philly to Baltimore in an hour and a half. I blinked, nigga, we here?
It felt like 45 minutes.
Williams.
Right.
That nigga was floating.
Yo.
All right. Oh man, we gotta get some more picks, but I gotta address this one. Tony says, this is controversial. I hope Stingley is not the pick. That's tough.
Well, that's what I want.
Skill-wise, he's the best corner. I just don't trust his health. I'm terrified. Baltimore go through ACLs like they paper. Matter of fact, they go through their ACLs like they're made of paper.
Well, he
I
had
just
a
don't
list,
think there's
Frank.
a spot for Stingley. I'm just saying, he always getting hurt. Yeah, it's gonna be an ACL to come to Baltimore.
He had the
We ain't got
Jimmy
him.
injury.
We ain't got ACLs here. We got list Franks too. Cause shit, Jimmy, Marquise, nigga, we got the list Franks too.
Well, I say this. If Stingley is the pick, I'm gonna be a little upset. Now, I like Stingley, but I just don't. Let me clarify. If Stingley is the pick and two people are still there that went to Georgia, I'm gonna be highly upset.
Oh yeah.
Highly upset.
And I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm gonna be upset. Like, I may get over it once I watch Stingley play consistently, but at the moment, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I'm getting mad just thinking about it. Why?
Skill-wise, he
bring all
Gucci.
this stuff up? Come on, Tony.
Skill-wise, he Gucci. It's just like I said, if someone is there at 14, he's the pick. Anything else is uncivilized, as they used to say in the old commercials.
Tony, what you're gonna learn about us is we want things to go the way we want it to go on draft night, and it never happens.
That's
so
a lie.
each year, well,
It
except
happened
for
for me.
Marlon, we
It
knew
happened for me.
Marlon was
Well,
gonna get picked.
in Philly, number one happened.
Marlon
first
had
pick
before
happened.
us. I
Yeah,
can
we-
point him out. For me, I can point him out.
Go ahead.
Marlon happened.
Yeah,
2018 happened. We got a tight
That's a
end
trade back.
and a quarterback.
Oh well, that did happen.
We did get a
When you
quarterback.
That's
But y'all
right.
didn't
Yeah.
want the quarterback. I'm let that
I
say.
know. I
They
want
say,
to hear
oh,
you
yo.
be there. Yeah.
No,
So
I
that
did.
happened.
I did. I went to Sutton right there. You right.
And last year happened.
Who we get last year?
Bateman and
Bateman.
Owe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've been screaming Bateman forever, so that happened. So I was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we
I don't
we
think
need
I
to.
had.
Who the hell
I
was pissed
thought on
off?
Bates at all.
Who was Tony around? And everyone was pissed off when we drafted Marlon.
Ooh.
They was
Everybody
hot.
on the group. Everybody on the group was pissed off when we drafted Marlon.
Are you serious? I don't remember that one.
I remember arguing with people all the time. Marlon or OJ. Was it OJ Howard? All
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
They just
yeah.
wanted us to get
But
OJ.
yeah, that was. Yeah, I remember everybody was talking about that. Yeah.
Well, let the record show. I
That
actually tweeted Marlon the night before and told him that he was going to be a Raven. Don't go out and do nothing stupid, so he can draft him. Because
right.
I knew we wasn't going to get Corey Davis, but it still hurt the same.
Roland.
If niggas
Roland,
wasn't
I'm not-
reaching, we'd have had Corey.
Huh?
Corey was a reach at 6.
Right. Yeah. Roland, I will not ask Tamo on this because that goes against the views of this, and we ain't doing this. We ain't answering that question. Thank you.
Is it
No, I
is
got
it
you.
an unmentionable guy?
Huh?
Is it an unmentionable guy?
Yeah.
Roland, you of all people know why we don't do this. What is wrong with Roland right
I
now?
don't know, man. I don't know. Javi Petty said, I hope the Ravens draft Stingley just to see motherfuckers pissed off.
Now Javi should be the last person to talk when he still got Bowles starting to tackle.
Yeah,
He
he pissed
fuck
off for
around and
that.
hurt Russell Wilson career.
Definitely
And he
pissed
got a
off.
first and second round pick.
Last person.
Yeah,
Tough.
Tony, people was pissed we drafted Oway simply because he ain't had the sack numbers, but
They ain't
I
mad no
called
more.
that one too. I think me and John talked about that a couple months before it happened.
Mhm.
Like he could be the pick.
Who
It's
did I
crazy.
want last year? I can't even remember who I wanted last year. I don't think I
I
had
can.
a number one last year.
He played at Oklahoma State. That's all I'm gonna say. Tevin Jenkins.
Oh,
You're right. Tevin Jenkins and David Collins. You're right.
Them niggas had a
Tevin
flat
Jenkins.
back. Yeah, that's right.
what's the
All right,
other?
so-
Tevin Jenkins and David Collins. Yep.
Zayvon Collins. Yep.
That's what I wanted.
What's the other the tackle that played for? What was it Northern Iowa or Northern? Who was that? Yeah,
Northwestern.
Northwestern.
Not
That's
Northwestern, Northern
Rashad,
Iowa.
right? Slater.
Huh?
No, you talking about
Slater.
Northern Iowa.
Slater. It was Slater.
Slater
That's
was
who.
Northwestern. Yeah.
He
I said he was
wasn't
the
getting
best
him. He was
tackle.
top 5, top 10. We knew he was gone.
Yeah, well, you asked what we wanted.
Fuck. We wanted the miracle to happen.
Yeah.
All right, man. Who the next edge rusher?
That's me. His name is Mika Tafua. If you watch work, a lot of you would think he was coached by Taiwan. Like, I lied to you not. He reminds me of Chase Winovich.
Spell his name.
He sets you up with a spin move. You would think he's a creative player, well, not the height and weight, but the pass rush. He with the 2K was like, yeah, I want this move, I want this move, I want this move. You could see some of the Kruger moves he got, the little dumb hop step and get around the corner. You see he got the little hesitation move with TJ Watt. He got the delayed spin moves. He got the straight. Now he's not the most the powerful or the had the height to be a natural DN, but what he lacks in that he comes back with football IQ. He's feisty at the offense at the line of scrimmage, and when he does it, he turns, he jumps up and gets everybody he can get. Like, he's just real active at the line of scrimmage. And if you do the film work and you watch this guy play, you be like, oh hell yeah, I wouldn't mind him at my team. Like, he moves for days, bro. Like,
what college?
What's his name again?
Utah.
Yeah, Utah. All right, yeah, I might look up the college because I ain't gonna be able to look up the name.
I listen. I put it in the chat. Wow.
What team he go to? Herb?
Yo, first of all, before I say anything, I'm gonna send y'all this clip of this spin move he put on, buddy. That spin move was freaky.
It looked like the dude was still kicking out. Like he like
thanks. Like he was still in his kick step. He jumped out the line 2 steps and he's spinning. Oh my, that was pretty.
Yo, you got a lot of, like, you can.
What the hell is his name?
He saves a lot of moves. He saves a lot of the game.
MIKA Tafua is TAFUA.
I got it.
Listen, for this one, I'm gonna get back to y'all on where he should play at. I just say this: in the NFL, any team so far, any team in the league could use Buddy.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know we running kind of late. We asked for submissions online, from players. I mean, from people about their team's top 3 picks. So, can we do a couple of those submissions?
Oh yeah,
Which,
let's get them in. Let's get
all
them
right.
in.
So, just bear with me a second.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and throw out my 3. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Al. Definitely do that.
Oh, I thought you had to get them up. I thought,
I do.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I thought you were looking them up. All right, so my first 3 were Georgia defensive tackle, Christian Harris, and Roger McCreary. 1, 2, and 3. First round, second round, third round.
If it happened, I'll be sold, Al. Completely sold. Because I know your team. I mean, your team is my team. So if that happened, you ain't nothing you can tell me about this draft. It'd be unheard of. What's your thoughts?
I wouldn't be completely sold, only because I think Christian Harris and Patrick Queen is the same guy. And although Christian Harris takes on block is better, him being even smaller than Queen is kind of tough in the North. They both look like 2 weak side 3-4 backers to me. That's all. So I wouldn't be completely sold on that. But he, like I said, he a dog. He nice. Is just I think we got him already.
Okay.
Take him over 5.
I'm gonna go real quick. It's either Jordan Davis and one of the cornerbacks first round, and Christian Harris or one of the tackles in the second round. But mostly I'm going with Walker. But the third round I'm going with Cole Strange. That's just who I want in the third round more. That's it.
Okay.
I think John misread what's going on. I ain't like what he just said.
I ain't feeling the cornerback selection, but
I ain't like his words. I ain't like his words that he used.
Hey man, I just know we're not gonna get you.
I ain't like the words that he used. That's
so a couple people this was submitted by Rico. He said he liked Devontae Wyatt at 14. He liked Nick Bonito from Oklahoma, which I thought he was a solid player, but I don't think he's a second round pick. And he liked Martin Emerson as a third round corner. First of all, I mean, Martin Emerson, cool. He might be a third round corner, but I like the Devontae Wyatt pick out of that. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I feel like you lose value on. And that's for Ravens. I'm gonna do a different team. Dallas, KG put Kenyon Green at guard. For the first round pick, he picked Travis Jones at D tackle for second round, and he picked Roger McCreary at corner for third round.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid.
That's a big win.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid group right there.
We get Neville Gallimore off if you do that.
And we got Robert selected for Kansas City. He got Traylon Burks at number 30, first round.
Like it.
He got Sam Williams on the edge from Mississippi. I really like Sam Williams.
Yeah.
And he got Veron McKinley, who I really don't know.
I like that. I
haven't
Veron.
really looked at them like that in the third round. So what y'all think about that? That's a solid one as well.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. I
Okay.
think that's pretty good. I'm not too familiar with the linebacker at 103.
Let me see.
Brian Asamoah from Oklahoma. I ain't too familiar with him. But the first 3 I thought was pretty solid.
I think I did look at Brian
Traylon Burks
Asamoah.
is the big guy who actually plays faster than he runs. Like his play speed is faster than 4.5 or 4.6.
That's an Arkansas receiver, right?
Say it again.
That's an Arkansas receiver, right?
Yeah.
Stanley, who was a Ravens fan, has got, man, first of all, this is unrealistic. The second one, he got Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
He got Jordan Davis, and he got a
Georgia.
certain person. Yeah, Georgia at number 2. And he got Daniel Falala, or offensive tackle for number 3. And he got Chad Muma outside, inside linebacker.
See, he believe in Chad Muma.
No. He had it right outside linebacker. He went on typo. He put OLB.
Well,
Stan know what it is.
First of all, Stan, I like your first 2. It ain't gonna happen. I like your first 3.
Yes,
it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
But
even if Christian Watson is a dream.
Yeah, I ain't scout them yet, so I don't really know. But that's oh man, I don't even gonna think about that and make myself upset. So, but we want to thank y'all for the submissions y'all had, man. We really appreciate that. We're gonna do a couple more as it gets closer to time, but
For sure.
appreciate y'all submissions.
For sure. All right. Tony says he liked Dexter Hill in the 2nd or 3rd round. Yeah.
I like that.
He would strictly be a corner here. I guess we're in with this with Roland. He asks, how many left tackles in the draft would you trust to start 5 games if Ronnie can't play all 17 plus the playoffs? How many left tackles in the draft would you trust to start 5 games?
What y'all call him? Icky? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Icky? Petit Frere? What's the other tackle? Penny? Shucks.
What's the other one from Central? I don't like him.
No, I know who you're talking about. No,
Talking about Ryman,
Michigan?
Brendan Ryman, something like that.
Raymond, yeah.
Raymond, yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
might
don't
as well
like him at all.
You might as well talk Villanueva out of retirement. Because no.
That was the quickest
it's a
take for me. I
pipe
said, "Oh
dream.
hell no!"
Right.
I want to say it's a pipe dream for me, but Evan Neal, Icky, Cross, Frere, Penning.
That's 5.
That's probably it at left.
Nah,
I like the Georgia guy too. What's his
I'm about
name?
to say I like Slayer and even Schaefer.
Yeah.
And it's more so Slayer because he got the experience at left tackle already.
Uh-huh.
But them two,
That's more than 5.
See, I ain't trying to name nobody, bro.
John, you were saying you ain't like Luke Gadecki
Who?
from Central Michigan?
Nah. Mm-mm.
No, I thought he was talking about Raymond.
Raymond from Central Michigan.
Both of the tackles bullshit, so he ain't worried about it.
Just
Yeah,
pick
both
one.
of them.
Well, either one losing
Raymond
bad
is
or
ranked
one
higher.
losing slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raymond is ranked higher, but yeah, they both Central Michigan.
The kid from Tulsa. I think his name. It's not Trey Smith again, is it? The kid from Tulsa.
was. I know you're talking about Tulsa. Is shit. I put him on the damn post.
I can see him getting. I can see him.
Oh, Chris Paul.
No, not Chris Paul.
Oh, who you talking about?
Not Chris Paul. Same with no Chris Paul.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm about to say
It was Smith. Something Smith. Is it Trey Smith? Yeah, it is Trey Smith. Is it Trey Smith? No.
Nah,
I'm thinking about last year from Tennessee. What is buddy name?
I'm about to say, the
I'm
only one
looking
I
it
see
up. I
from
just
Tulsa
put you on the
is
post.
Chris Paul.
I don't think it was Chris Paul.
Tyler
I don't know. I'll
Smith.
get back to you.
Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith, yes. Thank you. Yes, I could see him for a few. Yeah. 56, Tyler Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
Could see him, Penning, Cross, Green, Ohio State. What's the kid? That's 5. I gave you 5. That's 5.
Yeah, so Roland, we listed about 8 or 9. So you
Yeah, so you got more than enough guys. But I just believe that it ain't gonna come to that. And I hope it don't come to that.
I hope it don't even. I would just gave Ronnie.
Nah, cause none of them, to me, when Ronnie healthy, it's Trent Williams and then Ronnie Stanley. That's how I see it.
Mm.
Kennard from Kentucky,
Fuck no.
no.
I think he a
Fuck.
guard.
Can
I
I
think
play this guy? I'm about to say he
He
better
play
inside.
right tackle. He's right guard and right tackle, right?
Yeah, I like inside.
Yeah.
I like him on the practice squad.
Man.
Damn.
I
Y'all
mean,
just disrespectful.
It's
I
tough
like
to earn
Morgan
that.
Moses play left tackle for 5 games. I like that.
Who?
Morgan Moses.
Yeah.
I like him
Yeah,
playing
but
left
then
tackle for 5 games.
who else back then? Jawan? Yeah.
I take Juwan on the right side for 5 games, and Moses go left.
Right.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine with that. But I just pray it's Stanley and Mogis on the edges. Throw Juwan inside and left guard or something. Until Ben Cleveland, and if he gets to where he's ceiling could be. But yeah. Definitely appreciate all the submissions tonight. The interaction. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Another good I Am series. Hopefully I'm expecting another wild week of free agency because it's a lot of guys still out there. It's crazy that we ain't even talk about March Madness and all the upsets that's been happening there because football is just taking over. And with the one and done culture, it's hard to see anything invested in March Madness right now.
Mm-mm. North Carolina still in it?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. This is around. So next week, what we got? I Am series.
Y'all choose.
We did all linemen. We've done edge rushers, inside linebackers. We did defensive tackles yet?
No.
We did corners. Did we do safeties yet?
No.
Okay. John, pick one. Defensive tackle or safety?
Safety.
All right, so we got safeties. Wide receiver or cornerback? Quarterback. Let's say quarterback. I ain't even excited to watch this. Let's get this out the way.
Quarterback and safety it is.
I'm gonna tell y'all now, I'm not picking no quarterback.
I like Malik Willis. I might rock with Malik.
I ain't picking a single one. Actually, I'm gonna try to pick one.
Well, get your destinations ready then.
Facts. All
Ain't
right,
no
fellas.
destination. Who you backing up? Ain't no damn destination.
All right. Definitely appreciate you rocking with us. Follow us on Instagram at the Sideline Talk. Facebook group, #Sideline Talk. Spotify, Sideline Talk. Clubhouse.
#Sideline Talk. Clubhouse will be restarted sometime soon. Once I figure out what I want to do with that.
Facts. YouTube
Twitter
channel
at the Sideline Talk as well.
Follow the YouTube channel
be
as
blessed,
well.
be productive, be more. Keep drafting. We like you. We out.